so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. My hair is a rat's nest and I love it. Okay, let's get into it. Hello, world. Come inside the Dear Juju podcast. Oh my gosh. So I have this wig that was for my sizzle, the first thing that's pinned on my Instagram. And I'm like, I need to use this wig. And I really wanted to do like a 1960s Barbra Streisand hairstyle. And let me tell you, it's so big, but I'm loving it. I don't know if it's also with the turban giving a little bit of Miss Cleo Call Me Now kind of vibes, but I don't care. I think it's glamorous and fabulous. What do you guys think? This week, my son went to golf and tennis camp at a country club through my neighbor's grandma, okay? And let me tell you, I go into the parking lot and I don't feel any kind of way with money. You know, if I've seen money, I've seen celebrities, I've seen it all. But this parking lot was wild. It was car after car after car of just like Maybach and like Mercedes Benzes, but the kind that you're just like, oh, you didn't get that off the lot. Honey, you put another $100K into that. And it's crazy because here we are at the country club, not members, not even family members, but you know, we're there anyways. I always find myself in these kind of situations where I'm just like, people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to come to this country club. And here I am just in it to win it. So I've been super grateful that Rocco has been able to go there, get golf and tennis lessons, and the camp was relatively inexpensive. It was only a couple $100. Obviously, because it was for club members, maybe. But it was great that we got to tag along, and he has been elated. And a couple of the Dodgers are members there too, and a bunch of actors. There's a whole world behind those gates where you're just like, the wealth mentality that's in there is, it's really gnarly. It's like when you go from coach to first class for the first time, and you're just like, and you know what? A part of you goes, I could get used to this. But trust me, I loved just being the tag-along. I do not mind being a tag-along, okay? And the funniest part about it is there was this couple in front of me. I was like turning around and doing this thing to like butt in park. We have a nice car, but it's not like what they got. Anyways, in front of me was this guy and girl in this Mercedes that I have never seen before. And their faces were like this. What is she doing? Oh my God. She's like totally backing up wrong. God. I think I was actually going the wrong way because it's a one way. Yeah, it's my second time here. Who cares? Anyway, so I went like this. And if you can't see, I'm waving like a very excited person that's like, hi, how are ya? Look at me backing up. I know, because these people be so uptight. They were in their car like, do you have any Grey Poupon? And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I still act like me. Okay. And I actually wore this outfit because I'm shooting. And if you're listening on Spotify, I got in a big old rat's nest. I got a turban on. I got big old earrings. I got my caftan sample on. Gagging! This material is actually one of the materials that we are using. Look at that gold. It's kind of like leopard done right with the gold threading and the beautiful colors. So I'm so excited. Sorry, I feel like this thing's going to fall off any moment. So I actually had to show up there like this. And don't you know that the moms were looking at me like, whoa. But honey, I don't turn down my main character energy for anyone. And don't you know, I heard Julianne Waters? Now, when I get the full government, Julianne Waters, you know that's from high school. You know what I mean? You know that's from your hometown because, you know, think about everybody that you went to school with. Why do we always know their first and last name? Probably damn near know their middle name too, but it's Julianne Waters. Like, oh my God, is that you? And it was one of my girlfriends that I used to dance with back in Champion Superstars in Spring, Texas. And she said, of course it's you. She was like, I looked over and I thought, who is dressed like that? And I said, yeah, girl, it's me. I was like, are you a member of this country club? She said, I am. So, here I am in this country club with Dodgers and actors. And I get called out on the golf course. Julianne Waters? I just think it's so funny. Sometimes you think, oh my God, look at me. I'm a fish out of water. And then don't you know, all the school of fish know you anyways. Also, I have to tell you guys, I learned about this online. Are you ready? It's called technology. neck. So I followed this girl online. Her name is at Lips and Lattes. So basically, because you're always looking down at your phone, it like pulls at your neck muscles and they make more lines, and basically it makes it a turkey neck. Tech neck equals turkey neck. Sooner and quicker than anything. So I've been catching myself going, oh my God, looking down at our phone, because we're looking down at our phone at such like an exorbitant rate than ever before in the world. And what it's doing is it's giving you a turkey neck. Oh, gag. Like, forget everything else. And just next time you're looking down at your phone, I hope you remember this. Tech neck. Okay? Tech neck is turkey neck. No, gobble, gobble. I gagged. I was like, I went and bought some neck cream. I bought one of those silicone patches to remind me not to. I'm like, oh my God, what an awful side effect of these smartphones. Happy Pride! I don't know if you know this. And you know what? This is episode 18. Okay, we've spent over, let's say they're half-hour episodes, even though they're like 20 minutes. But let's say they're half hours. We've spent about 9 hours together by this point. So my father was married to my mother for 23 years, an alcoholic. They got divorced. And when they got divorced, he moved in with his friend, quote unquote. And he ended up at the end of his life coming out to us and admitting that his friend was actually his partner. I mean, they were together for a really long time, from when I was 12 and he passed away when I was 30. So another 20 something years. And they actually did get married. So my dad came out later on in his life. And I feel like this time just makes me so happy, even though I'm hetero and so boring. But it does make me happy that there is so much acceptance. So I love Pride Month. I think it's just great to get everything out, because it literally taps into, people that are out and celebrating aren't passing on the trauma of the box of what they should be doing, and they're living their most real and authentic lives and don't have to leave their wife or husband to then go live a life that they know is true to them. So I find it beautiful, and I find it very comforting, actually, that we are coming to this place. I think it's so lovely. I hope I said that eloquently. But you want to hear how boring and straight I am? Okay, so when you see things, girl on girl, guy on guy, you think, oh, that's hot. So when I was in between my husband now and my fiance, who ended up cheating on me, and that relationship ended. Bye, toxic relationships. There was a period of time where I was single, and I said, you know what? I'm going to be crazy. I kind of want to kiss the girl and see if I like it. Shout out to Katy Perry. Let me put on my cherry lipstick or chapstick, right? So I became friends with this girlfriend, and she was always talking about how beautiful I was, and I could tell she was kind of feeling the kid. And I said, you know what? If I'm ever going to have an experience, it's going to be with this one. And so I said, have you ever thought about like making out with like girls? I think it's really hot when I see it, but And she was like, yeah, I can tend to be fluid. And I said, oh, we kissed and we made out. And I was just thinking in my head, oh my God, this is doing absolutely nothing for me. Like nothing. You know what it was like? It was like, when you get a sinus cold and it blocks off all your taste buds and you're literally eating going, this is wild. I can't taste anything. That's kind of what it was like. And let me tell you, it's just not in me. I have to be true to who I am. So I pulled back and I said, I'm so sorry. It's just a no for me. And it's not you. You are beautiful and gorgeous. And if it was to do something, it would be with you. And like, I love the smell of like sweaty men. And I love the smell of their arm hair and their armpits. And like, I love their big arms wrapped around me. And I feel so like small and they're so big. And I love the way their scruff scratches me. I'm like, I just love men. Dang it. I mean, I love women too, but just not in that way. Anyways, I tried it on for size. It didn't really fit, but I was proud of myself that at least I tried it on. I think whatever you are, put that flag up, let it fly, love it. I came from a gay man. So I don't know if you could tell, but honey, it's in my blood. And when I tell people that my father was gay or fluid, I don't know, he might have been bi, that it wasn't so conscious then. because he really did love my mom as well. So I think he was very torn within because it wasn't accepted to be fluid. But whenever I tell my gay friends, like, oh, my dad was gay, they're like, that makes a lot of sense. So I just wanted to say happy Pride. I wanted to share that very intimate story, honey, of my father, of me kissing a girl, no cherry chapstick. And I love men. I love them. I love them. And, I love them. And sometimes you got to kiss a few frogs to realize who your prince is. Not that she was a frog, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you got to explore. And I think it's great to explore within one's sexuality. As long as you're not hurting anyone. And I think that's important because I came out and I said, listen, I want to explore a little bit. She was like, yeah. So I let them know. You got to let them know. Because you don't want to be leading people on in this life. I was that way when I was single too. I would never ghost them. I was very clear and communicative if I wasn't feeling it. Please don't take it personal. I'm sure there's someone out there who's just going to think you're the cat's meow. And that's what you need to find. And then I told my booty call. I had a booty call for like 6 months or something. And I said, hey, I'm not really looking for anything serious. But he was really hot. And I could tell that it wasn't going to go further. But he was hot, and I knew it was going to be good just for that. And I told him, hey, I'm looking for just a booty call. Would you be interested? I'm like one of those people that are single but also want something steady. Like I want the dick to kind of be on call, hotline bling, if you will. I got all these song references for sexuality. So lastly, I will say I am on day 4. I am filming a big YouTube video, a big, long piece of content. I am doing a side yard spruce up. If you saw on my socials, I did a Home Depot come with me. It's so much fun to improv and really like just show my comedy chops with wearing my domestic apron. I love doing the come with me's. But I got all the supplies and then I show you how to spruce up a side yard or an outdoor area. And all my tips and tricks and design knowledge is what we're putting into a big YouTube video. But Lord, it's just my husband and I. And we have been grinding this video with the kids at camp, picking them up, dropping them off, me getting ready in hair and makeup. The sun is blazing. We go to bed at the end of the day and we are like, we are so zonked because we are a 2-person team at this point. But stay tuned. I'm so excited to getting back to like what I love. I think I was talking about this on a few other podcasts where it's just like enough of shoulding, right? I should be doing this and stop shoulding all over yourself. Okay. Do what you want. Go in the direction that makes you happy, creative, artistic, or whatever it is that just makes your soul glow. And my outside area, okay, we spruced it up and it looks jamazing, if I may say so myself. I'm changing amazing to jamazing for Juju, okay? So with all that, let's get into some domestic goddessness, shall we? Okay, cooking. Now, I'm going to start with something really simple that happened because sometimes the best food and the best meals and the best dishes that you have are very simple. Now, I went to a coffee shop down the street and they served me an avocado sliced up beautifully. They squeezed some lemon on it. They drizzled some olive oil. They put those Maldon salt crystals and some chili flakes. Remember, we're doing Fast Like a Girl with Dr. Mindy Pels for my hormone balancing and things like that. And she says the best way to break a fast is with an avocado. Get the good fats going so your body knows, oh, we got good fats. Let's release some of that bad fat, right? Like get rid of that stuff behind my legs that looks like cottage cheese. Okay, you let that go. So here's your avocado. And what I've been doing is squeezing a lemon, drizzling this beautiful olive oil that I have, putting kosher salt and then chili flakes. Obsessed. I know it's very simple. It's very easy, but you don't think, I always put salt on my avocado, but I don't think of like the lemon juice and the olive oil and the chili flakes. I feel like it gives it an umami flavor. It gets every palate of the tongue. It's gorgeous. So next time you cut an avocado, I'm sure you got a lemon around, squeeze that mofo, squeeze some olive oil, good olive oil, sprinkle some salt and some chili flakes, and then think of me, write me, let me know, comment, say, girl, I done squeezed all the things and gave my avocado an upgrade and it was the bomb. And you know what's funny? It's good on the tongue and it's good for the thighs. You know what I mean? So that's a twofer right there. So there's a product that you can get at Target that I need to talk about, okay? They are Mommy Juice Watch Your Waistline Fire, okay? It's called Bev. These girls are from California, and they started this company called Bev, and it is a sparkling rosé in a can with 0 sugar. And y'all, and they are 11% alcohol, and they get you crunk. I like the sparkling rosé, and 2 is all I need. And I still feel a little like, whoo, the next morning. They are delicious. Bev, next time you're at Target, I think they're $16.99 for 4, which is like a good bottle of wine because 4 is like a bottle of wine. But bottles of wine are like 7 and 8% alcohol. This is 11% alcohol. So if you're going on a picnic, if you're going to the beach, if you're going on a boat, if you're going anywhere where you need a can, ditch the White Claw and go with these Bevs that are 0 sugar. They're so good. My fridge stays stocked, especially when I'm trying to watch my waistline, because I don't need all that azúcar. Okay, I don't need any of that sugar, but I want all the potency, if you will. And that's what they give you. They're amazing. Decor. Okay, so now is the time that we're doing all outside decor, right? Hopefully you're sprucing up any kind of, even if it's a patio that's 2 foot by 2 foot, make that patio, make that outside area, make that backyard. Whatever you put in, you're gonna get out. Okay. Now we're doing a side yard spruce up, like I told you for my video. So what is so crazy is I think it looks so good. It's a concrete jungle. So we're doing the best we can, adding plants, layering, putting down outdoor rugs and outdoor furniture. And you know what's hilarious is so my daughter walked out there yesterday and said, "Mommy, can we eat out here?" And I was like, uh-huh. Build it and they will come. Like when you spruce it up, even kids feel it. My son walked out this morning and said, "Wow, it looks so good out here. Before you guys cleaned it up, it looked like crap," which it didn't. But everything just needed like a fresh coat of paint, some cleaning, some, power washing, and it just needed some TLC. So I know this isn't decor of like something specific, but clean up your outside area, okay? Wash it, rinse it, give everything a new coat of paint. The best way, to be honest, is spray paint. They have primer built in. We even spray painted our metal chairs that I found at a flea market. Buy some new cushions, invest a little bit in your outdoor space so that you can have friends over and people over, or even just you go out there, enjoy a cup of coffee and a glass of wine. That's literally what I did yesterday. We were done shooting. I hadn't talked to my sister in way too long. My sister's 8 years older than me. She's a Gemini. I'm a Pisces. She's my best friend. We can just gab. And I poured myself a glass of Lambrusco, also in the can, presto, from Whole Foods. And I got on FaceTime with my sister, and I was just out there enjoying my own space. So do it just for you. And then it's fun to entertain when it looks clean and nice. You kind of want to show it off a little bit. So that is my decor. It's more of a call to action, okay? A CTA decor moment for this week. Spruce up your outside space, okay? Go get a broom and a spray paint and a new cushion, bitch. Do it. All right, let's get into some Q&A with some TNA. A new one submitted on the hotline. Dear Juju, I absolutely love hearing about all your adventures as a dancer. Please don't stop sharing your experiences. However, I want to delve a bit deeper. Oh, someone wants the tea. Did you ever use any recreational drugs while touring the world as a dancer? If so, which ones? Which ones did you stay away from and why? Which was your favorite? Why was your favorite experience and where? And if you feel so inclined and comfortable sharing with who? Which was your worst experience and why? Signed, Curious. Okay, honey, you want me to spill the tea. Here's the thing, okay? As a dancer, your body is your instrument, period. It is your paintbrush. It is your piano. It is your tool. Now, as a dancer, it's so super important that your body also, back then, I know not so much now, but back then it was very important that you had a tight body, okay? And for that, we were very health conscious. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a boring answer, which was none. Okay. You know what's actually funny? I was on tour with a rap artist on his bus with all his guys from his neighborhood, and they were smoking something, a funny cigarette. And I said, "Hi, I have to dance on stage. Do you think you could put that out?" And they looked at me like, what is this girl crazy? And then I just opened a window and hung my head out the window. I did have a little dabble with, those things in late high school, and it just wasn't for me. I was always scared. My father was an addict, and it was something that I never wanted to go down. And even when I did, I was always like paranoid, or I just didn't like it. And I had to memorize all tours, all the routines. So I know it sounds very boring, but I just drank some alcohol. And you know what? Even then, I would go to the clubs if some of the people, pop stars, would be like, "I'm DJing tonight. You have to come. We need the dancers." I would go and literally grab a bottle of water, put it in a cocktail glass, and then be like, "Yeah!" Because I'm crazy anyways. You know what I mean? I'm a good time no matter what. I don't really need that to release me or stay up till 2:00 in the morning because I'm hyper. I got all the energies. Now, things were offered to me and things like that. And you know what? I'm very confident in knowing who I am. I would just go, "No thanks, that's not for me, but go for your life, honey. Yes." Right? I'd be like, "No judgment, but you can just go ahead and pass." But think about it, okay? These dance days, I was at the top of my career with the top artists in the world, Janet Jackson, Black Eyed Peas, even Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan, Outkast, Snoop, all these people that I was dancing with. You're at work. You know what I mean? I was extremely professional to know my place, and I was very grateful. Working as a professional dancer, do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard it is to make money? You should have seen the auditions that I went to, and they call them cattle calls. And you know what that means? Cattle. They come in like herds. Okay, so you had to be at the front, you had to have the best body, you had to be the most professional, you had to keep it cute, and then you had to outdance everyone as well. Outdancing everyone was just the beginning. There's a lot more that goes into it rather than the rock star lifestyle. If you're there with the band, you are not the band. The rock stars are the rock stars. Whatever they did was behind closed doors because we were in our dancers' quarters. And we're just the framework to support that. And to make money off of that and a real life off of that, you had to be on your game. A lot of people got cut a lot of the times midway through tours, this, that, and the other. They got too close to the artist. They were doing too much. They were texting. They were hanging out a little too long where the artist would be like, "Okay, they're annoying. They need to go home." You know what I mean? You really had to watch things. And I was very professional and very good at my job, and I wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep flying around the world doing what I did, and I don't think getting into that was going to serve me any. And then lastly, I'll say, which was your worst experience and why? They say don't meet your heroes, and there was in the early 2000s a singer who had a reality show with her then husband, and I danced for her. I'm coding here, so you can try to figure this out. And I loved her. I thought she was so beautiful. I think she's from the South. I'm not really sure. And I just couldn't wait to meet her. And I did. And it wasn't really everything that I'd hoped for. She was nice, but she didn't want to rehearse, which is very different than my best experience was with Janet Jackson. She was the first one there. She was the last one to leave. She got up. She danced every single time with us. She worked out with us. She stretched with us. Janet Jackson is a Jackson. And she comes from that mind frame of we're here to work. We're here to rehearse. Let's rehearse more. If you think I need one rehearsal, I'm going to book 3. Because that's what the Jacksons did, right? It was drilled into them, their work ethic. So when I saw that work ethic, I was a little bit like, oh, no. Also, I want to say one more thing because I know I'm taking a little bit longer on this, but that was a really big question. I'm landing in the Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, and I'm getting paid to do this. And these people had 2 or 3 days because they had to go do radio shows, but they wanted to rehearse in the evening for an hour or so. So we had to be there for rehearsal, and they would fly us in when they get flown in. So here I am in Paris, Like, do you think I want to be out of my mind, strung out in a hotel room? No. I'm in my 20s, honey. I am there to walk around, go to museums, grab a baguette, honey, flirt with some Frenchmen, go to a club, dance the night away, go home, sleep, rest. Like, I am there to soak everything up. I'm not trying to be strung out in a hotel room. That was my mentality. I was like, not only am I traveling the world that I don't have to come out of pocket for, I'm getting paid for it. So I was like a sponge. I was there. I went to every museum. I ate at every good restaurant that the concierge told me to. That's why I actually started Dear Juju, is because I was going around and training my eye at the best hotels and the best museums with the best restaurants, looking at the interior, eating the food, hearing the music, feeling the ambiance. And I was like, oh my God, I have curated my little Southern eye into this sophistication nation, and now I want to bring that fun to the world. So that's why Dear Juju really is, I call it a champagne taste with a beer type attitude, because I take my very curated, cultured eye from traveling and I bring it here and I bring it to you guys of my perspective, but with like fun. Like, I'm very serious about not taking myself serious, but I take it seriously. Okay. And it's just not a good look. No. Not me. Not for me. If you did it, great. No judgment. Dear Juju, I am ready to upgrade my work from home style. Help me be chic and comfy. First of all, this caftan, when my caftan line comes out, y'all, it's the best. I go to the grocery store, I get stopped damn near 4 and 5 times. Okay. So besides my caftans when they come out, put on a set. A set really feels good. So if you put on matching top and bottom, they have really cute ones at Target. They have really cute ones at Zara. If you Google cord sets, like coordinating sets, a set always feels nice. You feel put together and it feels like a suit, right? Even if it's just joggers and a top, but the top has billowing sleeves, but they're matching in print and color. You feel like you've gotten ready. That's the other thing that I will say. Do your hair. There's something about the hair that it's just like when your hair's done, you feel good. And when your hair's all scraggly and wild, it just doesn't feel good. So put your hair up in a clip, brush it, brush your teeth, put on some lip gloss. And it's just like, all right, whoo, I feel like I can conquer things. And that'll give you good energy and good momentum. So if you don't have any easy flowing, comfy dresses or caftans available, do a matching set. I mean, it's so in style right now to have silky set pajamas as well. And you could put those on with a really cute slide and go to the grocery store and people will compliment you like crazy. I love a coordinating set or a caftan. Dear Juju, I love your style. Where do you get your inspo? Who are your style icons? Oh, so I get my style inspiration from a little back and a little front. Okay. But I like to look back to the 1960s and see all in 50s and feel that glamour. I love the glamour because it's now starting to change, but y'all, it used to be. And sometimes when you still go to the airport, you're just like, it is a grim place to see style. You're just like, what are y'all doing? None of y'all. Did anyone let you know that you came out the house? Whew. Anyways, so I like to look back to the 60s to feel the glamour that they did. And it's so easy. Look at these earrings, okay? Look at that. Nothing. Big earring, pop. Instant glamification nation, okay? So easy. I'm into easy, accessible glamour. And then I do keep on trend of what's happening now. I look towards the current fashions. I'm a Vogue.com. I look at all the runways. I look at all the fashion shows. I study fashion. But then I like to hybrid it, right? And then I like to bring them together. Take the glamour from the old, something refreshing and new, like a blazer or something, and then bring them together. My style icons are Aretta Aureta at Areta. She is iconic. She is also an art person, and she goes for it. Every look that she has, she really goes for it. And then all the girlies who love vintage style. So I look back to Barbara Streisand, old Hollywood. That's where this hair came from, because there's a movie where Barbara Streisand, Funny Girl, one of my favorite movies, and she has her hair like this. And I thought, oh my God, how glamorous would that be if I did that? Okay, so that's the podcast. Go clean your outside area. Turn it off, go now. Hopefully you're listening to this while you're sweeping. Get that outside area rip-roaring and ready to go, just for you, for entertaining, for your life upgrade. Don't forget that you're a star, okay? Your heart is literally made of gold. Seriously, Google it. It's made of gold. There's gold in there. Is that wild? It's like when I had pinworms. I'm like, I didn't even know that there was worms in my intestine. Well, look at them just setting up shop. So don't forget that you're a star. You're made of gold. Act like it. I love you. Mwah! And I'm out.